The New York Knicks are making some trade noise in efforts to make some free agent noise. In about 48 hours time here, the Knicks are trading Nerlens Noel and Alec Burks to the Detroit Pistons. Detroit will be shipping back a 2023 second-round pick, a 2024 second-round pick via Miami, and about $6 million in capital. So for all my stat nerds out there, my contract nerds like self, the Knicks clear about $19 million in room, trading Noel, trading Burks, and getting $6 million in capital back. That puts them somewhere between $29 to $31 million in cap room. We'll talk about that more in a second. I want to really quickly, though, speak about the Detroit Pistons and some of the moves that they're making. Clearly, Detroit believes we got enough young pieces. It's time to take that next step and get to the playoffs. They got some young shooters in Detroit. Obviously, Cade Cunningham is emerging. Jaden Ivey was a fantastic pick for Detroit at number 5. They also got Jalen Brunson. Clearly, Detroit is letting you know, all right, we don't think we're ready to win a championship tomorrow, but we believe we can contend out east for a playoff berth. We've heard their name in the DeAndre Ayton rumblings. I'm not sure if it'll stay like that with them getting Jalen Brunson in the draft. We shall see. The Pistons are letting you know, though, we believe we can take that next step forward. Now, back to New York, who's got some big-time implications potentially on free agency here. The Knicks cleared this cap space up for one person and one person only. They believe tomorrow, Thursday, when free agency begins, they believe they're getting Jalen Brunson. Keep in mind, Jalen Brunson averaged about 16 points a game for Dallas last year. Jalen Brunson had a pretty nice season, sometimes coming off the bench, oftentimes being paired with Luka in that Dallas backcourt. The Mavs could have locked up Jalen Brunson back in January with about a $65 million deal, but no. They want to play it out, and Jalen Brunson's dad, who's a big piece of this story, Rick Brunson, he let it be known that Dallas is going to have to pay for not locking his son up earlier. You could have had this deal done at a reasonable rate. The reason why this number has skyrocketed is because of Luka's injury and because Jalen Brunson dropped 41 points in the playoff game against the Utah Jazz in the first round. That skyrocketed Brunson's value is at an all-time high right now, and he's about to cash in on it. The Knicks have 4 years, about $110 million that they can offer Jalen Brunson. The Mavericks got 5 years. They're the only team out there that can offer 5 years to Jalen because they got his bird rights. They want to land somewhere at about $20, $21 million. They're trying to give Jalen Brunson the Fred VanVleet deal, which does make sense. So that could get upwards to 5 years, $100 million. But again, he can earn more money per year if he goes 4 years, 110 with the New York Knicks. And not to mention that his dad not only played for the New York Knicks, he now currently coaches on Tom Thibodeau's staff. So you got that working for Rick, and Rick's very much a part of Jalen's life. This is dad. This is dad for real. Also keep in mind, Leon Rose, who's in the New York Knicks front office, used to represent Jalen Brunson. Also keep in mind, I believe the first client that Leon Rose ever represented was Rick Brunson. So there's a lot of family ties. Honest to God truth, I would be dumbfounded if the New York Knicks don't land Jalen Brunson. I don't believe Mark Cuban wants to pay $30-some million or close to it, $27 to $30 million for Jalen a year. I know he wants to keep him, but at the right number, that would be a big number. Dallas is one of those teams where, in theory, you'd think with Mark Cuban and how boisterous of a billionaire he is, and how, he doesn't seem to be a guy that's scraping for coins out here. Dallas sometimes will go above and beyond for guys they believe that got all-star level superstar talent. Oftentimes, they let a lot of their guys rock. Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to come back from injury next year. You got the beautiful acquisition of Spencer Dinwiddie for Kristaps Porzingis in there as well. They might be cool running it without Jalen Brunson. If you're a New York Knicks fan, this is a guy that you want. This is not an all-star in the league just yet. This ain't Kyrie. This ain't KD or some of the other guys that the Knicks have missed out on the years. With that man's dad working on your coaching staff, being connected to Leon Rose, who's in your front office, y'all got to get this deal done, period. If the Knicks can't land Jalen Brunson, there's a problem. Keep in mind, the Dallas Mavericks can match any offer for Jalen Brunson. That is a piece of the puzzle. I just don't believe Mark's going up to $27-30 million for Jalen Brunson, even though he's one of their own. I don't believe it. I think he's going to let him walk anything past $25 million. That's my opinion, and only time will tell. The Knicks are preparing a 4-year offer for Brunson, around $110 million of them things, when free agency begins after trading Nerlens Noel and Alex Burks to the Detroit Pistons.